Shit, y'all, man. It is the spooky season. We only got 4 more days till my most anticipated movie of the year comes out. So, hey, y'all know we celebrate, man. Cheers, y'all. Tried to chug the whole thing, but I ain't there yet, man. It's gonna take me a minute. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Addiction TV. I hope everybody is having a good day, man. I'm back again with another drink and chat video. Excuse me. And if you don't know what my drink and chat videos are, they're basically I get a buzz. Y'all can drink with me. We discuss upcoming movies I want to see, and we talk about all kinds of shit. And today's video is my drink and chat video for Halloween Ends, going to theaters October 14th and streaming on Peacock. As y'all know, this is my most anticipated movie of the year. You know, the original Halloween 1978 is my all-time favorite film. So basically, I'm going to catch a buzz. I'm going to talk about the movie with y'all. I'm going to talk about what I want to see, what I don't want to see, you know, my expectations, things we already know, and a bunch of other shit, man. You know what I'm saying? And we're going to catch a buzz along the way. And if you haven't already, go down, grab the like button, grab the subscribe button. That would be dope. So, we already know Halloween Ends takes place 4 years after the events of Halloween 2018 and Halloween Kills. And Laurie is living with her granddaughter Allison. And Michael, excuse me, he vanished for the past 4 years, you know what I'm saying? So we know there's this kid, a teenager named Corey Cunningham, young adult, whatever, who possibly might be a copycat killer. Because, you know, you watch the trailer, he's a little weird, you know, he asks Laurie, what are you going to do when Michael comes for you again? Because he's coming, and, you know, we see him encounter Michael, like, down in the sewers and shit, and it almost looks like obviously they're staring into each other's eyes, and it's almost like Michael's evil gets passed on to Corey, but we know ain't nobody gonna take the boogeyman's throne. Now, I think Michael looks pretty badass in this trailer, man. I'm thinking it's gonna look great. You know, the jumpsuit's a little more worn. The mask is molded, it's been burnt. That mask has been through a lot of shit. So I think the look of Michael is actually pretty damn cool. Laurie's looking good. Damn, I got a mustache in my mouth. Mustache hair in my mouth. Anyways, Laurie's looking good. She looks like she's moved on from, you know, the tragic night of 78 and the tragic night of 2018. She looks like she's moved on from that, you know what I'm saying? Allison, her style's changed a little bit, you know what I mean? She looks a little more like gothy emo-ish than she was in the previous two films, or maybe it's just something she's wearing because the holiday. You know what I mean? We got Lindsay Wallace back. I don't know how big of a part she'll have when obviously we saw a little clip of Hawkins in the trailer. But I really like the tone that I'm seeing in all the clips, the trailers, the TV spots. I like how this Blumhouse trilogy, David Gordon Green, Danny McBride, each movie, and I feel like this will feel different, but 2018 and Halloween Kills, they feel completely different, and I hope they continue that, and I hope Ends feels way different than Kills in 2018 did. And I think we're going to get that. You know, the atmosphere for Ends looks great. It looks like fall. It looks like the holiday of Halloween, which, you know, the previous two films, they just didn't really feel like the holiday. You know what I mean? And both films had good things about them and both had bad things. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to try to chug this beer. While I'm chugging this beer, if y'all got anything you want to say, like, hey, I'm open to hear your opinions, your thoughts. Are you excited? Drink and chat, baby. I can't believe it's been a year since I've made a drink and chat video. You know, I'm trying to do them more often, but I've been busy at work. You know, I'm busy as hell. So it's been a year. My last drink and chat video obviously was for Halloween Kills. The one before that was for Jeepers Creepers Reborn, and we're not even going to talk about that shit. And my other drink and chat video was for Scream 2022, you know what I'm saying? So we're going to definitely keep these drink and chat videos going. Now, we've also heard that the opening of Halloween Ends is very intense and emotional, and it involves a child being babysat, I think, by Corey Cunningham, and the child ends up getting murdered. Was it Corey that did it? We don't know yet. Probably, but you know, I think the concept of like this guy being obsessed with Michael Myers and kind of trying to take on the mantle as Michael Myers, it's kind of interesting. But you know, we've heard that this movie is it's gonna be divisive as hell. It's gonna piss fans off, and some fans might love it. You know, they say it's different, which I'm fine with different. But you know, and we got a lot going on with this radio show where this guy is talking about, is Michael supernatural? Is he not supernatural? You know what I mean? So, you know, and Michael might get wind of that, and he's like, I'm going to show all you niggas what I'm capable of. But we already know he's the boogeyman. We know what he's capable of, man, and he will shit on you. But now we're going to go ahead, after I chug the rest of this beer, we're going to go ahead and discuss some of the things I want. And what I want in this movie. What do I want to see? What I want to happen. And then we'll discuss some things I don't want, you know what I'm saying? So, gotta get that out first, y'all. I'm sorry. Yes, I'm a nasty ass nigga. Cheers, y'all. Whew! Now, one thing I really do want in this movie, and don't get me wrong, I enjoy Halloween 2018, I enjoy Halloween Kills. But one thing I want in this final movie is I want more of Michael in the shadows. I want more stalking from Michael, you know. We haven't really gotten much of that since maybe 78, 2, and 4 somewhat, you know what I'm saying? 2018 and Kills were, I enjoyed them, but we don't really have Michael, you know, like looking through a window. Somebody's talking on the phone, and you might see him, and then they pass the window, and Michael's gone. You know, we don't really get those shots anymore of like Michael might be standing next to a tree, someone's getting out of their car, you get a shot like behind his shoulder, and you can see the side of his head, and you can see the other character that he's stalking in front of him, you know. And I want more Michael in the darkness. You know, that's what I love about Halloween. Like, you might not see his whole body, and you know, somebody might be making some popcorn, or they're making their bed or something, but you can slightly see that mask watching from a closet or watching from outside of a bedroom door. I want more of that, you know. I definitely want more of that. Excuse me. We didn't get much of that in Kills at all, I don't think. We kind of got a little bit of something like that when he killed Oscar in 2018, but, you know, I definitely want more of that. And, you know, I want some more kills like that are off screen. Because what I like about Halloween is, what if we have, you know, we know Michael's killing somebody, but we don't see it. But we see afterwards, and their bodies are all twisted up. They're all messed up. You know, someone's neck might be, you know, completely, and then, you know, I want more stuff like that, and I want some more theater of the mind stuff, you know, like the original Halloween. That shit was awesome. And, you know, speaking of, another thing I want are good kills. You know what I'm saying? I don't want no horrible kills. I mean, yes, we gotta have the classic Michael kills, but, you know, like I said, I like one of my favorite kills from this new trilogy is in 2018, when he walks in the woman's house who's making a sandwich, and he beats her with the hammer, but we don't see it. We see the table shake, and we hear her reaction to it, and then Michael walks back on screen, drops the hammer, picks up the knife. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want more stuff like that. And I think it's scarier that way. We don't have to see what's going on. We don't have to see what Michael's doing. Because when you have a shot like that, you can imagine it however you want. And of course, I want mentions of Loomis. We gotta have some mentions of Dr. Loomis, you know what I mean? I'd be okay even with like a voiceover or something, which we already got in 2018. But let's talk a little bit more about Loomis. And I definitely want a great soundtrack, and I'm sure it'll be good. What I've heard from it, I love so far. I ain't gonna lie to you, the 2018 soundtrack was great, but I loved the Halloween Kills soundtrack. I love that. And in the opening, in the flashback to '78, when Tommy Doyle's on, or Lonnie's on the ground, and the cops run up, and he's like, "Where is he? You didn't see him?" And the cops are like, "Who?" And he's like, "The boogeyman." And then you hear ding 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 ding. But the whole soundtrack for Halloween Kills made me happy. So I'm really hoping Halloween Ends soundtrack is great, and I'm sure it will be. I also want more of the head tilt. I mean, he does it in Kills and in 2018, but I just want more of that. That slow head tilt that he does, because it's creepy as hell. And yes, he does it somewhat in the previous two films, but it just doesn't feel as effective as it was in 1, 2. Hell, even the scene with Paul Rudd and Michael in The Curse of Michael Myers, when he's holding what's supposed to be the baby and he says, "Michael, you've won." And Michael's just like, I want more of that head tilt. That would be dope. I ain't gonna lie, I'm feeling pretty drunk right now. I feel good, but another thing I really want, I want more Hawkins. I love Will Patton as an actor. I remember the first time I saw Will Patton in anything, I was probably, excuse me, I was just a kid, and it was when the movie first came out, and it was the Mothman Prophecies. Dude, I've liked Will Patton ever since. I was like, bruh, this motherfucker can act. He's a good character actor. And there's just something about him. He reminds me a lot of my grandpa. I don't know if that's weird, but I like Hawkins. I want more Hawkins in this movie. And I don't know, there's been rumors that Hawkins and Laurie are now in a relationship. That might be true. I don't know if it is or not. We'll find out when we watch it this week. I'd be okay with that. Laurie needs a good man in her life. Hawkins seems like he needs a good woman in his life. And I want to know what's going on with Allison. Where's she headed in life? You know what I mean? If this trilogy is literally over and Blumhouse, or they're not going to bring back Jamie Lee Curtis or James Jude Courtney, I would love for Blumhouse, to keep the rights to Halloween. And I want to know where Allison's story's going, because I actually really like Allison. And speaking of likable characters, one thing I want is more likable characters than we had in Halloween Kills. Now don't get me wrong, I don't hate Halloween Kills. I enjoy it. I actually really do like Halloween Kills. But the characters were awful in that movie. I'm sorry. A lot of the characters in that movie, I was just like, Tommy Doyle being one of them. There might have been one moment in Halloween Kills where I enjoyed Tommy, and we'll talk about that in a separate video. Some of the townsfolk, the people in the hospital, the people at the bar, none of these characters in Halloween Kills really, I didn't give a shit about. And it's sad, some of the legacy characters, the way they were acting, and I'm like, alright, whatever. So in Halloween Ends, I definitely want way more likable characters. And I kind of feel like we're going to get that. You know what I mean? Like, Corey Cunningham might be like a copycat killer, but I feel like we'll like him. The kid he's babysitting, we might like him or her or whatever it is. I'm pretty sure it's a boy from the TV spots I've seen. All the new people we meet, the radio host, I hope we like him. I definitely want more of the Shaped Stalks theme. I want more of that dun, 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 ding, 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 dun, ding, ding, dun. I'm turning up to that shit. Fuck it, I don't care. But I want more of that in there. You know what I'm saying? That would be great. I mean, I know we got it once in Halloween Kills. We got it a couple times in 2018. But I want more of that. I love that because it's classic. It brings back memories and it's nostalgia. You know what I mean? But Excuse me. A lot of that being said, let's go ahead and talk about what I don't want. First and foremost, I do not, I repeat, I do not want Halloween Kills, the events of Halloween Kills, to be a dream. And by looking at the trailer and, Laurie saying Michael Myers killed my daughter and all this and that and I'm going to kill him, it don't seem like Halloween Kills would be a dream. But there have been rumors that the events of Halloween Kills was all a dream. And part of me, when I first heard that rumor, I was like, oh man, that movie was so bonkers off the wall, this and that. Maybe it was all a dream, Laurie goes straight to the hospital. What if everything that happened in that movie in Halloween Kills was all in her head and she dreamed it all? I don't think they'll do that, but that's definitely one thing that I do not want Halloween Kills to be a dream. Yes, that movie has a lot of problems. Yes, a lot of people do not like Halloween Kills, but I like it for what it is. Every movie was supposed to be different, like they said, The first Halloween's Laurie's story. The second one is the town story. This one, maybe Corey, Laurie, Michael's story. It's hard to tell. We're going to find out soon, though. But I don't want Halloween Kills to be a dream. I really don't. I do not want any backstory to Michael Myers. I don't want to know what made him the way he is. I don't want to know why he kills. I don't want to know the force that drives him. I don't want the mask to be a silver shamrock mask and it controls him and it makes him do this and that. I don't want no excuse for Michael, and I do not want Michael to speak. Not at all. Dude, don't let Michael speak. I'm telling y'all let Michael speak, it's going to take me maybe another 5 or 6 of these to even enjoy the movie. Another thing I don't want, because this is supposed to be the end of this trilogy, and I don't think they would do this to us. I hope they don't. I don't want a cliffhanger ending. I want this to have the final showdown between Michael and Laurie, and I want it to be good. Excuse me. I do not want this to be, let's end it this way. Nobody's getting a satisfying ending. We're going to do this with it. You know what I mean? And I want, honestly, for this timeline, if Michael and Laurie both died, I'd be fine with that. I'm not going to lie to you. I think I'd be more satisfied if both died instead of one or the other. Because how are we going to end it? Unless one or the other dies in a very great way and it's very satisfying and we end the movie one living, one dying, you know what I mean? Another thing I really don't want, I do not want any more evil dies tonight. Do not do that to me. Please don't do that to me. I'm begging you. I promise you I will be pissed. And I really don't want, we've seen Michael's face somewhat. I kind of like how they show his face in this new trilogy because you don't see it, but you see it. They either have it blurred or he's so far away you can't see it. We got a general idea of what he looks like, which is fine. And, I hope it's good. And one of the main things I don't want is for Michael to have a very limited amount of screen time. You know what I'm saying? Because we do see a lot of shots in the trailer where, yes, it's like, oh, Michael's killing somebody, but we see a ring on their finger. We see that they're maybe smaller than James Jude Courtney. We see the outfit and the mask don't fit them right. I do not want this movie to be Corey Cunningham getting a shit ton of kills and then Michael comes in and kills 1 or 2 people and then final showdown between him and Laurie. I do not want that at all. That would make me so angry. So I'm hoping Michael gets a shit ton of screen time. That would make me happy as hell. There were rumors going around that Michael dies at the opening of the movie and then the rest of the movie is Corey, and I don't want that. I don't think that's what's going to happen, though. I think Corey might do his little Michael thing and then the real Michael is going to be like, oh, nope. And then I'm hoping that the real shape comes in and shits all over Haddonfield, bruh. But that is my Halloween Ends drinking chat. I hope y'all enjoyed this video. Before we go, I'm going to finish this beer and then we're going to chug another beer. And if you're drinking, let me know what you're drinking down in the comments, man. We turning up. Wasn't much left in that, so what we going to do? Y'all already know. We going to grab another one. We going to chug it. Cheers, everybody. Let's hope I can chug the whole beer without pussying out. Cheers, everybody. Oh. Wow. I ain't gonna lie to y'all, I'm pretty damn lit right now. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Are you excited for Halloween Ends? Could you care less? Did you give up after Halloween Kills? Let me know down in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe. We will review the movie when it comes out. I'll give you all my thoughts. And until next time, guys, coming at you from Addiction TV.